Welcome back to Jessica's Craft Time. My name's Jessica and today we have a whip and chat. And whip and chat means whip is work in progress and chat, it's just where I chat about life and things that have been going on in my life. Firstly, I want to thank you all for subscribing to my channel. It really means the world to me. So thank you very much and I hope you're enjoying what's been happening on the channel. So, things will get a little bit crazy from the next 2 weeks. I might be a bit sporadic in posting my videos. We are coming into school holidays and it's Easter and I have family coming. I'll do my best to see what I've got up, but we're just got to see how things go. And I haven't seen my sister and my nieces for a very long time. So for me, it's so important to spend some time with them. So I do apologize in advance if I'm missing a few videos, but I will try my hardest to get things going. Today has been, it's one busy day, but let's get into what I've been up to this week. So the first thing is my peppermint purple sal. So the sal is stitch along, and this is a free pattern that you can get through Peppermint Purple. They have a website as well as Facebook pages, and they release a new box or stitch, like a box to stitch each week. It's released Australian time around about 7:30 p.m. New South Wales time on a Wednesday. I'm not sure where that is in different ones, but if you join the Facebook group, you'll be able to see. I've done the border of mine, and this was week 12 and week 11 and 10. I don't know if I'd showed you those yet. So I'm up to date. We've got week 13 being dropped tonight. I really enjoyed doing this one here. It was something that was so repetitive that once I got the hang of what I was doing, I didn't have to look at the pattern. So I don't know if you're interested, but that's my back of my work. It's not the neatest, but you know, I'm really happy with the way it's turning out. The color choices, I just went with the thread pack. So if you jump on the Peppermint Purple website, you can order the thread pack, and I also ordered it with my needle minder. Love my needle minder because it's magnetic. You can just drop your needle on and it stays safe. So that's what I've been doing this week. I've also, if you saw on Monday, I started some holographic sketch art. So that one hasn't progressed much further, but enjoying that one. So that will come along. I did do a diamond painting, which was, it's a mystery. I haven't unboxed it on my channel yet, so I'm not going to show you. It's a mystery square diamond painting from Shoalhaven Sparklies, which is an Australian company. I love her stuff. It gets posted really quickly. And yeah, I'm not going to show that because it's a mystery diamond painting. It was really good, really enjoyed it, and really good quality. So if you're in Australia and you want to order some diamond painting, she loves doing her sparklies, does lots of sparkly stuffs, but she's got all sorts of stuff on her website, and she only sells what she has in stock unless it's a pre-order. So you get it relatively quick. I'm in New South Wales. I normally get it within a day or two. She posts 3 days a week. So, you know, if you order Wednesday afternoon, it won't get shipped till Friday, but you more than likely have it Monday or Tuesday. So this is one from her, which is a diamond dots. $44 is what she sells it for, but if you get a login account on her website, then you get a discount off it for being a member. So what I thought I'd do during my whip and chat today was kit up, because I finished my diamond painting the other night. So I'm not working on anything at the moment. So I thought I'd show you how I kit up and have a little bit of a chat at the same time. So you've got your toolkit, which has got baggies, a pen, a squishy, wax in a little container. I love these little containers because it stops your wax from drying out, and a boat. Now I have a feeling this doesn't have many colors at all. This is good because the package has the name on it, but I keep something that comes in boxes. It stays in boxes until I'm ready to go. Now, I don't know if I really need to kit this up much. There's not many colours in this. Let's look at the canvas. Let's see what we've got. Because it's a partial, this one's for hubby. Okay, alright. So, let me grab something just to weigh these corners down. So we've just got 6 colours. I think I might still kit it up, but I forgot that this was... For some reason I thought it was a different kit, so I forgot that it doesn't have a label. So let's get some labels out and a pen. I just keep a packet of random labels. Alright, so what I'm going to be using today is my case. Normally wouldn't use something so big for a few numbers, but that's what I've got out, so that's what I'm going to do. And let's just, oh, there you go, sparkly drill. So what I'm just going to do is drill number, serial number. I'm just going to write it all on each label, I think. I might do, I reckon I'll fit 2 labels on my thing, so I might do 2 labels for each one. So I'm just going to write 8022 A01, and that is a Y. Then we've got 8001 A02, and that's a dot. It's not going to take long to do this kit because it's partial as well. 8014 A03, 8441 A04 at 8325 A05, and we've got a triangle, and 5001 A06. I can't remember exactly, oh that's a little square, which way I store these drills because I've only done a couple of diamond dots. So all I'm going to do is take my little packet, cut it off. We've got A01, 8002, so I'm going to put both of these labels on my little thing and tip the drills in. You could easily do this one with baggies because there's so few colours. So, how's everyone's week been? Today for me has been, today is just a busy one. So it's Mark's first year at school, and it's the end of the year, and because we had lots of rain the other week and everything going on, this end of school term is just crazy. So today we had cross country, or a fun run, that was meant to start at 10 o'clock for the kindy kids, but I don't think we started until like 11:15. So I dropped him off. His drop-off's 9:15 in the morning, and so I dropped him off this morning. So I was at the school just after 9, dropped him off, and I'm like, oh, it's only till 10 o'clock. By the time I drop him off, of course, I parked, because where we normally park, we couldn't park because that's where the fun run was going to be. So I parked down the street, drop him off. I'm like, hang on, something's missing on your hat. Damn it. So then I had to go back to the car, get his hat. So by the time I finished that, it was 9:15. I'm like, look, I'll just stay. There's no point going home. By the time I go home, I'm going to have to turn around. I'll be home for like 10 minutes, turn around and come back. So I just wandered over, and quite a few people decided they were just going to hang around. So I hung around, and that was all good. Got to 10 o'clock, and they were only just starting the older kids. It was a long time. Then I had to go to the shops afterwards. Now this one, because there's so few colours, I'm just going to put these all in little jars, and I'm not even going to label them. I think you'll be able to work out that this is black. I'm just going to put them next to the other one in my kit. I'll show you what I've done when I'm finished. They're staticking and jumping everywhere. So that's been a long day, and then I'm like, okay, I'll get my video done. So at least it's done. If I don't get to drop it over and edit it until tomorrow, that's fine, but it's done. So then I have to be back at the school for 2 o'clock because they have an assembly, and Mark is school council representative for his class, so he's getting his little school council badge or whatever it is. So to be back up there. And then there was an issue with his uniform, so then I have to go and see the uniform shop. By the time I do that, it's almost going to be pick up, but like half an hour until, no, probably about 45 minutes till pick up. So I'm just going to stay up at the school. I'm not going to worry. I'm going to stay up at the school. I've got my knitting in the car, and I'll just sit there and do some knitting because I'm not coming home again. And then hubby and I have got to be back up there at 5 o'clock for parent-teacher interview. And then tomorrow I've got to drop him off and be back there at 10:30 for Easter hat parade things. These are really staticky. Damn it, I don't have... Okay, if you have an issue with static drills, and they do happen, bags tend to be worse. I'm just going to have to pick all these up. What you can do is you can get your dryer sheets, which they sell in the supermarket. I also find if I just sort of wet my finger a little bit, it's easier to pick up the spilt drills, because I just made a huge mess with those ones. You can put a little bit of a dryer sheet, like a little tiny, like the size of the labels bit, cut that off your dryer sheet. I don't have a dryer, but I did purchase some dryer sheets just for my diamond paintings, and just pop that in the container with the drills, and that will get rid of the static on your drills. So that's not an issue. If you've got static, that's not a big issue. So yeah, and then tomorrow, yeah, we're going to be back up for the Easter bonnet parade, and I do need to check to make sure. I don't know if they finish early or not, being the last day of term. And then, of course, this week is, we were away over the weekend, so he wasn't at home. We haven't read his library books because he left straight after school on Friday. So somehow we've got to do all his library books so he can get new ones. These are really bad static. All right, I'm just going to pause this for a second and go and get a dry sheet. Okay, let's see if we can fix this issue. Sticking to the dryer sheet now. Just going to put them off to the side and try and pick these up first. So yeah, school's been a bit crazy, and we had a busy weekend this weekend. So Mark had a great day Thursday, Friday at school, no issues. And then Friday night he went down to his grandparents, and they were meant to go camping for the night, but with all the rains and everything that's had happened around New South Wales, where they wanted to go camping was closed because of the rain. So I think they just went for a picnic. But hubby and I headed up to camp for the weekend, and we have a bit of a challenge at the moment. They've been building a church on the property. Let's see how many I can spell this way. They've been building a church on the property for the last 20 years. And we're almost, the end is near. The end is near. Oops. I just missed those completely. Okay, so what you can do is you just cut off like a section And I might put them in all of these because they're all a little bit staticky. And you just cut like a little bit of it, and that will help take the static out of the drills. So yeah, the church is almost at the end. So we went up there and spent Saturday. By the time we got up there Friday night, it was quite late. Heaps of traffic heading out of our area, and there's always traffic heading up there. So got up there, had some dinner, caught up with a couple of people that were up there. Saturday we got up and started painting the church. So we're working on the undercoat, and because it's got, I have no idea the correct name, it's where you basically get sand and concrete, and it's like a rendered wall kind of thing. It's not flat. It's taking a lot to paint because you've got to get into all the little bubbles. So we're doing that. Had some lunch. One of the other guys came up and he mowed the lawns, which is a never ending job up there. And I forgot to put the name on that one. A4. And then we had lunch, and one of the guys is like, all right, I'm heading off to Bunnings because we need some more bits and pieces. So he headed off to Bunnings, and he was going to pick his wife up on the way back. And we're painting away and doing the architraves and, you know, starting to get the last little bits on. And what I might do, I might put the dry sheet in the bottom. I'm going to open this one up and tip it on there. So when I spill, hopefully they spill on the dry sheet and I don't spill too many of them. And he heads off to Bunnings. I'm like, all right, see you in a little bit. Well, actually, I thought he was just going into the local town. I'm like, oh, he must have gone all the way to the town over to go to Bunnings because he's been a while. Yeah, his car broke down. So hubby, at first we thought his battery had died. So hubby jumped in the car, grabbed some jumper leads, and away he went. And we find out, no, it's not. It was the alternator. So they managed to get it going. Thought, yep, they'll drive it back to camp. And then it died on him again. So they just parked it up. And then his wife was just behind them. So they waited for her to get off the train because she was catching the train up. And she gets there and she's exhausted because they had bus replacements on the trains. So what should have been about an hour and a half trip from where she is ended up taking her 4 hours to get up there. By this stage it's 4:30 in the afternoon, and we just finished up the paint that we had out and said, no, that's enough for the day. And then that night we had to go down because the car was parked in an hour-long spot. So we had to go down, jump the car again, or charge the battery a little bit off a jump, and get the car moved to a legal spot. Because if we had have left it there, he would have got fined. And that's no fun on their car. So we then found out that with their roadside assistance, they are covered for 100 kilometers of towing, and it was 97 kilometers from where we parked it to their mechanics back home. So that was just the option they went with. They've had it towed to their mechanics and getting their local mechanic to fix it. So it was just a long day, and that kind of took up everything. And then we have people coming to spend a couple of days around the Easter period up at the property. And because, you know, not everything gets used all the time, hubby and I just helped around the house to vacuum all the floors and wipe all the surfaces down. That's not going to work either. So that's a big job. There's quite a lot of bedrooms and vacuuming. On top of that, when we got up there on Friday, with all the rain we had, somewhere in our office has leaked, and we were storing boxes of paperwork under the desk, and they were all wet and the carpet was all wet. And we tried to dry the carpet out Friday night because it was quite late when we got up there, and that wasn't working. So Saturday morning we had to rip all the carpet up. Luckily it's carpet squares, so it's fairly easy to do. And now we've got to work out where this water has come from so that we can, there's no point laying new carpet until we fix where the water's coming from. We got ABs. ABs are Aurora Borealis, stand for Aurora Borealis, and they give, I don't know if you can see the sparkle on them. They're sparkly. So yeah, nothing kind of went as planned. And then we tried to do something. Oh, there's a door in the office that opens to the outside, which used to be an entrance to the building, which hasn't been used for many, many, many years. Hubby's like, I think the last time I saw that door open, I was about 10, and he's in his 30s now. So we tried to get the door open because it looked like the door was wet, but we had no luck. We couldn't find the key. So somewhere there's a key to this door. Well, I might as well get started on this while we're chatting. So I'm just going to pull this back. Being a partial, I think I'm going to just leave the plastic cover on and just pull back a section at a time as I do it. So what am I going to be doing it with? I've got my tray holder, excuse me, Shoalhaven sparklies.com.au, and it just fits your standard green boat. Then I have my pen from Enablers Outpost on Etsy. So we want A05, which is a yellow. What's the... Yeah, I'm going to do the yellow triangle. So yeah, we tried to open the door and couldn't open the door. I don't know, things always take longer. Then there was something else that we tried to fix, and I'm like, oh yeah, that'll be a quick fix. Yeah, no, it's not. Okay, let's move you down. Wait, we don't want to. Let's get you down in the business. So even though we had all that, and then because one of their cars broke down, we couldn't get a tow truck until the Monday. So he stayed behind to deal with it, and I took his wife. We took his wife home. So it was a bit of a longer trip home because she's about an hour from our house. But that's fine because she makes amazing jam and gave us a jar of her jam. So now we have amazing strawberry jam. And we'll do it all in like 6 weeks' time. We're hoping, well, I'm really hoping that by the next trip up that we do for painting, we have completed all the undercoat, because the undercoat is just taking forever to do because of the wall surface, the finish on it. It just takes ages to paint. So, and we were joking while we're up there, we're like, no one else is coming in and doing the top coat. We are doing the top coat. They're not having the pleasure of doing the top coat that will be so much easier to do when we've done all the hard work of doing the undercoat. So we've booked in another weekend, ready to go, so that we're done and dusted, ready to go. I'm like, if we book in a weekend, then we know that we're going to make some progress. So it was a great weekend, except Saturday afternoon. So while hubby's off rescuing broken down cars, I went outside, and we're bush. The back of our property is bush, but there is a road quite a distance away over the valley that cuts in. And I can hear this, oi, go, go, oi. I'm like, what the hell is that noise? And it sounded like a speaker. Oi. I'm like, what? So I've gone inside to the people that were in the church. I'm like, is it just me? Have I inhaled too many paint fumes, or is there someone in the bush? I'm like, what are you talking about? And one of them kind of heard it, and the other one didn't hear it. So he'd finally finished doing what he was doing. I'm like, come outside, listen. And we're standing there, and of course it stops by then. I'm like, trust me, it was there. There was something else I did too, and I'm like, am I hearing things or seeing things They're like, okay, I think you need to stay off the paint fumes. You're starting to go a bit cuckoo. So anyway, it was like 2 hours later and this music starts up. I'm like, all right, someone's doing some sort of live music over the valley. And that's what I would have heard. I would have heard them testing their microphone. It was just really weird because normally all you hear, like, there's neighbours around, so you hear mowers and you can hear the train off in the distance sometimes, but normally all you hear is animals and bush sounds, and all of a sudden I hear this, "Oi, cook, cook, oi." I'm like, what is going on? I'm going crazy. I need to get my head out of the paint tin. So yeah, it's always fun going up there. There's normally always more people than I expect is going to be there. And they're just a great bunch of people to hang out with. And we do some work and then we sit down and have some food and have a few drinks and have some good laughs and hang it on each other. And it's a bit of fun. So that was the weekend. By the time we got home, I think it was 7 or 8 o'clock Sunday night. And then Mark got dropped off. And yeah, we're back into swing a week again. Easter Bunny is coming this weekend. Always enjoy the Easter Bunny coming. I enjoy the Easter Bunny. So, and then I have my sister and my nieces coming up, and maybe my brother as well. I really need to find out. They're coming up to visit me next week. Fingers crossed. Not sure where everyone's going to sleep. We have quite a small 3-bedroom house, but that's okay. There's a mark in the canvas there. I don't think you'll see it once the drills go on. I just have my little tin I got from Enablers Outpost as well. And if I've got any drills that, you know, have a little bit of a knobbly bit on them or something that's not quite right, I just throw it in the tin. Oh, I forgot to show you. So this, it's not a very... I'll show you at the end because I'm not zooming back out. This case is awesome when you're doing a big diamond painting. I didn't realize this had so few colors. I probably should have thought ahead. I'm just like, I need to get this done because I've just finished one for Mark and hubby's looking at me. I'm like, I'll get your Harry Potter one done soon. Diamond Dots do license images, so you don't have to worry about doing something that's not licensed. They are a little bit more expensive, but that's because I've got their licensing and they're a bigger company. So yeah, that's what we're working on. What else is going to happen? So I've got my family coming up, fingers crossed. We're very excited. I don't know if any of you watched my whip and chat about our trip up to Port Macquarie, and they have these statue koalas around, and it's called the Hello Koala Trail. And you go around different businesses and areas around the Port Macquarie area and surrounding towns, and you can find these koalas. They were a lot of fun. Mark loved it. And what they're doing is they're bringing them to I think it's a botanical gardens in Campbelltown, which is not too far from us. And they're bringing 22 of them down, which I'm super excited about because Mark absolutely loved it. And I think it'll be a great day out with my nieces and my sister. We'll go for a drive and then the kids can, you know, have a look around for the koalas and take some photos. I might have to print them off because Mark was so upset because my mum was coming up. His nana was coming up after her in Port Macquarie. And all he wanted to do was take Nana to see the koalas. I'm like, mate, we can't. It's like a 5.5 hour drive from home. So we printed off all the photos of us with the koalas. And if my nieces come, I might print off the rest and then give them to mum so she can have an album with all the koalas, with all the grandkids. I'm sure that's what she wanted every single day of her life, is a photo album of koalas. But I'm sure she'll have it out so that Mark can see she still has it next time we visit. And that's been about everything. I don't think much else has happened other than traffic and crazy people on the roads. So much traffic around our area. We wanted to go camping over Easter, but I spent like 2 hours looking at campgrounds and they're all booked out because, people can't travel at the moment. Everyone's going camping, and a lot of people camp in the same camp spots year out, like every year. So, probably not the best weekend of the year to decide that we should go camping and let's go and find a campground to go camping. So, we will have to do that soon somewhere else. Maybe just on a weekend, go away for a Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. Because I'm itching to go camping. There's this itch. So let me know what you think. I'm thinking, because we can't go camping, that tomorrow afternoon, in between things that I need to do tomorrow as well, I was thinking maybe I should set the tent up in the backyard for Mark for when he gets home from school and do a little bit of camping in the backyard, which we've done in the past and he's really enjoyed it. The thing that's the downside for me is because last time we did it, we left the tent up for too long and killed the grass. We only have a small backyard. The 3-man tent just fits on the grass area. Just. So I was thinking maybe that could be a good thing to do because we can't go camping. I can set up the little fire pit and we can have a little fire and toast some marshmallows and sleep in the tent. Whether hubby will sleep in with us or not. Last night was just Mark and I sleeping in the tent. I think maybe the first night hubby should sleep in with all of us. And then we can take turns. I actually quite like, because we have a stormwater creek behind the house. Oops. Come back so you can actually see what I'm doing. It's kind of nice sleeping in the tent until you wake up in the morning and you can hear the little creek trickling and you're like, I really don't want to get out of bed, but I really need to go to the toilet, and that trickling noise is not helping the case at all, and all you can hear is the water trickling. I have found out it's not a good thing to be there the morning of rubbish bin pickup, because they pick up super early in the morning and you can really hear it in the tent. So that's kind of our plan for Easter. Wait for my sister to get here. I'm not sure when she's going to do that. Should probably find out. And maybe camp in the backyard. Has anyone else got plans for Easter? Of course, the Easter Bunny will be coming. And that's about all, I think. We're going to go on a picnic with the in-laws on, I think, Easter Monday, we decided. I'm not sure where we're going, but that's going to be fun. We're going to take the little Weber and do some skewers, marinated skewers, and have a bit of a picnic in the park, which will be nice. I'll enjoy doing that. And then I know I have plans to get hubby out and clean up the lean-to and the shed out the back. And we've got to clean out our laundry because there's a toilet in our laundry, but we don't use it most of the year. Most of the year it is just a storage room. But with my sister coming up and possibly my brother, to have 4 adults and 3 kids, it might be handy to have a second toilet. And at the moment it's not in a nice state, so I'm going to have to go in there and clean it. It just doesn't get used, and where Sydney is very wet compared to Melbourne, in the more humid, and we get a lot of issues with mold. So I'm going to have to find what's going on in that back room. So a lot of cleaning up around the house, I think, and get prepped. Plus my niece is not quite 2, she'll be about 18 months. So she's mobile and she likes to pick everything up and put it in her mouth. And my 5-year-old has lots of toys that an 18-month-old should not be around. So we're going to have to do a little bit of a colour the toys and rehome into the garage, I think, some toys that are not suitable for that age. Things like the Lego. Mark loves his Lego. Oh, that's what he did. So I have, he got a big Lego set the other weekend and we built it, and I'm a bit over. I know he's a child, but I'm a bit over the fact that I sit there with him and help him build a Lego set, and then 2 minutes after it's built, it gets destroyed. So he got a big set the other day and for his birthday, and I said, all right, we'll build it, but you're not allowed to destroy it. And if you destroy it, I'm not going to build your other kits. So he hasn't destroyed it. So I've slowly started building up all his kits. And I said to him, once we build the kits up, I want to keep them as the kits with everything. You know, you can play with them, but I want to keep them built. And then if you look after them, then I will get you can get like 1 and 2 kilo lots of secondhand Lego that he can use to build things with his imagination. So then he can use all the other bits, because I'm sick of like trying to build his kits take forever because parts have gone missing. I don't know where they've gone, because one rule is that the Lego has to stay in the house. It doesn't come outside. It doesn't go in the car. I don't know. They've gone missing. They're probably like stuck in random spots of the couch or something. I know there's not too much under the couch because we pulled them out, the couch apart, not that long ago and cleaned everything out from under it. So, but even he remembered. So we built the fire station, and he comes into me, the mummy. I'm in the shower, trying to get ready to go. Mum, yeah, the chair won't spin. I'm like, what are you talking about? The chair won't spin. On my Lego firehouse, the chair won't spin. I'm like, yeah, I know, mate, because that part has gone missing. We don't have it. I can't make the chair spin, and I can't believe that he remembered in his fire station one of the chairs, not both of them, just one of them was meant to spin around, but he did. So we just had to put the chair in normally, but that's okay. If it doesn't spin, it doesn't spin. So I'm enjoying rebuilding all his kits, and now we've sorted all the pieces into colours, and then like windows separate and wheels separate, so it's going a bit quicker to build things because you just got to pick up the bit with the colour. So we're slowly building up. I think my next one, I might do it tonight, is his boat. He's got a big boat. And I never built that kit with him. Hubby did. So I kind of want to build the kit. And I think the boat would go well because the fire station has a little boat that goes with it, like a little fire boat. So this is going to be a big cruiser. And I suppose the big cruiser could catch on fire, and then the little boat has to come and put it out. So we've been building Lego, which has been fun. So this kit's not going to take me too long to do, I don't think. It's, I can't multi-place with, let me try. I'm not very good at multi-placing with round. I can multi-place square, no problem. Maybe diamond dots will be a bit better because I think their dots are slightly bigger. I'm not sure. I might be completely wrong with that. Oh, it's working. Okay, that'll go a lot quicker. Last time I tried to multi-place with round, I was having great difficulty. So maybe it was the drills, because I'm not a huge round person. You either love round or square, I think. I think you either have a preference towards one or the other. And mine is definitely square. My preference is definitely square. Or specials. Oh, this is going to come up super quick if I can keep the hang of this multi-placing. Now, what's good about this tray that I'm using, I might just show you and then we might just finish up and I'll show you the case. What's good about this tray is, let me put this over here so I don't knock it over. Yeah, I'll bring you out a bit. So what's good about this tray is your tray just pops out. Now she does different shapes. So you know, you could get, if you particularly like the diamond dots trays, she'll have a shape for that. I just went the green boat one. So it's actually like tiered down the side here, which fits it in. So what I'm really good at while I'm diamond painting is hitting the side of this tray, and doing that will flip your drills up everywhere. With this, you can't tip it over, which is really good. I haven't spilt. I have a couple of times just taking them out, and that's more just user error. It's got nothing to do with the tray. But I found it really good because you're not tipping it over. But what I also find it really good for is when I'm drilling, I normally take back quite a big section and take the plastic off and work on it. But with this, I can use it, especially if you've got like a lot of confetti, which is a lot of different numbers in one spot. I can actually use the tray as a guide. I can go that way or that way, and I can go, all right, well, I'm going to do all the A's here. And if I block off the rest of the sections with the tray, I find it easier, and then I'll move down and do all the A's there, and then all the A's there. So it's really good to have it as just a like a guide as well. I do need to work out what glue, because if you put it down on the diamond painting, it's just normally wood on the back. And I've tried to stick some release paper just so it doesn't stick as well, but the release paper is not quite sticking to the back. So I've got to find a glue that's going to glue release paper, which is a little bit difficult because release paper is designed to not stick, but it's been working really well. So what I did with my case, I'll just show you here. So in the top, it's got the mesh where I keep all my bits. And you can see here, so this one is 802 A01, which is the black. And then I've got two more ones with black, one more red and two more yellow, and the AB. I'll probably, as I empty them, I'll shuffle them all along. But normally you'd have a lot more colors, and these are all filled in. These are good. These are the bigger ones. Or if I've got a lot of one color and I don't want to do this, I'll put all the extras just in my mesh little bit at the top, and then when it's time to refill, I'll refill it. But this was off, I think it was off Amazon. No, AliExpress. Something's really fat in here. It's sitting. The pen needs to sit separate. And then it just zips up, and I've got all my bits in. It means at the end of the night I can zip it up and sort of pack it away. So that's, let's see if I can bring you out a bit more. That's what I'm doing, the Gryffindor one. So you will probably see that completed next week, depending what we get up to during the week, but I don't think it's going to take me too long to finish it. I need to flatten it out a bit. The diamond dots is really good. That was rolling up a lot when I first opened it, and I've just had it on the bench there, and it's almost completely flattened out. So they are a nice one. It also gives you a section at the bottom here. So that gives you the final picture, and then it shows you here, that's the diamond area. So all this black in the background is not drilled, it's just this middle bit. Hope you all have a lovely week. Thank you very much for joining me for my whip and chat this week, and we'll catch you all in the next video. Take care of yourself, and bye for now.